We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the New York Giants and the Miami Dolphins. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Now Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. This is brought in at the 21. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They begin the drive with McFarland. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. The Dolphins at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 47. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A give up the middle to McFarland. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Giants' offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a 1st down. Looking to throw. Jones. And his throw here's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Jones. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
Now a 1st down throw complete downfield. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darius Slayton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Igbenogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the 1st half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They get this to Smith on the jet sweep. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
To his throw, caught by his receiver, Hill. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll run with McFarland. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Tua sets up to pass it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. They'll try and run for it. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. They begin with a run by Barkley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Got a man, Slayton. And they work this out past the 25. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Looking to throw. Jones will get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
He'll look downfield for Waller. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Giants. Darren Waller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants go up by 2 touchdowns. And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, I think they just went 4 verts there against cover 2, didn't they?
They did, and it's really an excellent route versus cover 2 because the longer it develops, the more stress is put on the safeties because they're the ones back, each with half the field responsibilities. The corners don't retreat very far in cover 2. They're closer to the line of scrimmage, so now you've got 4 receivers putting pressure on 2 guys covering. Usually you'll find someone open, and that's exactly what they did there. Made the catch and carried it all the way into the end zone.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Tua to his Alabama teammate Waddle. First down, Miami. Tua going to throw.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Kevin King with a pick.
And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And he's got his man on the out route. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up second down. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0.
Second down at 4.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
He dumps this off underneath to McFarland. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
On first down, McFarland. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
12 more yards there and another first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. Here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. The 40. 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Igbinoghene elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Tua.
Tua hit, and the ball is out.
But I think a Dolphin was able to fall on it. Yes, they'll keep possession here.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, no.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill. He has career touchdown number 78, tying it with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Dolphins come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jones. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. That'll give him 8 that time. 3rd and 7 now.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop him on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. This one is Slayton over the middle. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 17 yards and a Giant first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
2nd down. Here's Barkley again. And this will be a Giants first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
Andrew Thomas, former first-rounder from Georgia, called for the penalty there. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
A 10-yard pickup brings up second down at the 46-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Jones. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Giants have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Gano for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Giants 28, Dolphins 7. Graham Gano to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Igbenogany going to take it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
From the gun, this will be McFarland.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, McFarland. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Looking to pass. Tua.
That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to make it 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Steps away to his left.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Jones. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And this will be a Giants 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
62 yards on the ground for him so far.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
And the pass complete to Waller on the out route.
So nothing doing there. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
His throw incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play.
Got a man, it's Waddle, complete.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Another catch there for Waddle. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Meanwhile, Tua's throws taken in by Waddle.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
McFarland running out of the gun.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Tua now on first down. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
And the Giants are going to take over here up near the 40. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call. It ended up maybe closing them out.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 75 yards rushing now for Barkley. It's a first down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And they will take a knee here. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon, as he ran up
to a hit, and the ball is out.
And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Saquon Barkley running right.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Here's Jamie Gillen now,
standing right around the midfield stripe.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Giants come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.